I want to see people changed. I want to see lives rearranged as the glory of the Lord falls in this place. I want to see souls set free from the power of the enemy as the glory of the Lord falls in this place. Holy Spirit, come and fall upon us now. We are hungry, we won't be denied. Let your fire burn inside our hearts right now, till we are wholly satisfied. I want to see people changed. I want to see lives rearranged as the glory of the Lord falls in this place. I want to see souls set free from the power of the enemy as the glory of the Lord falls in this place. Yes. Ooh, yes. Let the glory fall. Ooh, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Java with Jan. I'm Jan, your hostess with the mostest, and I am so happy to be with you today. Whew. It's been a beautiful day. I just came in from work. That's why I'm a little late, but it was a wonderful day. I want to share with you a memory of mine for when I was in elementary school. I'm an only child, and I grew up in a house of adults, which meant that they could not help me when I had a disagreement or fight with other kids. I had to do my own fighting. The community that I grew up in, all the girls had brothers. They had one or more brothers. So when there was a problem, their brothers dealt with it, but I had to fight for myself, and I really didn't like to fight. But I like to talk, as you can tell. So I would try many times to talk my way out of things rather than get into physical confrontations, because that's just not me. However, I can go there if I have to. All right. So there was a boy in the neighborhood that every time he saw me, he would run and he would punch me and punch me hard. He would like try to hurt me. And he didn't do it to anybody else because, like I said, I think it was because I was an only child. I didn't have a brother to come and take care of him. So I got tired, and one summer I stayed in the house and I would not go outside because I was afraid. And I would look out my window and I'd see my friends out there and playing and everything, but I wouldn't go out. And my grandmother had asked me why wouldn't I, but I wouldn't tell her the truth. I just told her I didn't feel like it. But the interesting thing was, during that time of my separating myself from everyone, they didn't look for me. No one came and asked me, why I wasn't coming out or anything like that, which really let me know that they really didn't miss me. They could care less. So I got to a point where I got tired, and one day I went out. And when I went out the building, I looked up and down the block, seeing if I could see this guy, because if I saw him, I was going to run back inside because I didn't want him punching on me. And then something snapped in me, and it's like, you know what? No, we're going to take care of this today. This is going to be the end of this. So I went out because I was going to the store, and sure enough, here he comes. I don't know where he came from. It's like he came from out of nowhere. And I start running, and I got tired, and I stopped, and I turned around, and it's like, take your best shot. And we went at it. Now, I would love to say I beat him, but I didn't. But that was the last time he messed with me, because I gave him a fight of his life. I wasn't, no, you're not going to do this anymore. I'm tired. So I finally confronted the bully, who was my demon. And I never had a problem with him from that point on. But it also taught me a lot that I couldn't depend on anyone but me. And that I came to the realization that everybody didn't like me. As a matter of fact, I had very few friends. So I had to make up my mind if what I was going to do from that point on. And I decided that I'm going to live my life. I'm going to make my decisions. I don't do groupthink. I don't care if they don't like me, because I found out they didn't like me. And there would be nothing that I could do to make them like me. So I had to go on and be my own person, which led to me, when I graduated from elementary school, at that time was sixth grade, is when you graduated. I went to, instead of going to the community school, junior high school in my community, I went to a different borough to meet all new people, to have all new experiences. And I was glad that I did, because it taught me that there was nothing really wrong with me. People accepted me for who I was. It had nothing to do with color of my skin or the lack thereof, because I went to a school in a predominantly Italian and Jewish neighborhood. And I got along with the people because my relationships with them was based on what we had in common, which was the love of learning. And all that other stuff didn't matter. So that was the beginning of my separating myself from the community to be able to go out and function in the world. And it was a good thing for me, because it put me on a different path of development and getting out to know people. And those experiences set the stage for when I ultimately moved from the East Coast to the West Coast without my family. I moved out here with my husband's family, not my blood relatives. But it helped me to function out here and get to know people and experience things that I would have never experienced had I stayed on the East Coast. So that's another story. But I just want to challenge you and to think about the things that motivated you into who you are, your experiences. What did you, how was it? Are you a people pleaser, or are you a I don't care kind of person? Me, I'm not a people person. I'm not a people pleaser. I love people, but I will not do anything to make people like me. You either like me or you don't. Okay? I can't help that. All I know is I love me, and I'm going to be good to me, but not at your expense or anyone else's expense. So you either like me or you don't like me. Your choice. But I'll tell you, if you don't know what you're missing. Because I think I'm a really nice person, and I would like to believe that when I'm in your presence, I leave a good taste in your mouth. I make you smile. I may even make you laugh, but I certainly don't make you feel like, oh, dang, here she come again. She went home. I hope I'm not one of those people for you. But are you? It's just something to think about. And this is just one of my ramblings and my musings today. I do that often, especially while I can remember stuff. So in any event, I want you all to have a wonderful, God bless day. Until next time.